All right, let's preview this Arizona Cardinals-Washington Commanders game. I cannot hide the smile on my face. I, myself, a Media the Member, a valued Media the Member at that, have been itching to watch the Arizona Cardinals get their revenge tour game against the Washington Commanders. Now listen, before I dive super deep into this game, I'm just going to be upfront and honest with you. I'm going to say exactly what I feel. The Arizona Cardinals are going to dominate this game. They are going to open a can of whoop ass on the Washington Commanders. I'm not a guy that uses a lot of cursing. I don't like to cuss. I'm very friendly for the most part. Very family friendly. They're going to open a can of whoop ass on this team. They are. The Arizona Cardinals are going to destroy the Washington Commanders on Sunday. I've never been more confident of anything in my life that this Cardinals team is going to open a can of whoop ass on the Washington Commanders. For a lot of reasons. And they better do so. There's no excuse. They have all the storylines, all the narratives. The Commanders are coming off a high and mighty win off of the lonely Cincinnati Bengals on a short week. And they better rally around their guy, Kyler Murray. Because for years, and even still, there are narratives about Kyler Murray that are not true because of Kliff Kingsbury. This team better rally around Kyler Murray this weekend. Better rally around him on Sunday. And I believe they will do so. This isn't something I'm worried about. In fact, I know they will. But they better do it at the end of the day. This Commanders defense is garbage. It's terrible. Emmanuel Forbes looks like he's going to play in this game. That's a good thing for the Cardinals, given how bad he is as a cornerback in the NFL. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to eat. Trey McBride, I just learned moments ago, is not going to play in this game. James Conner is going to play well. This is like last week where I said it was a mismatch for the Cardinals going up against the Lions. The Lions did everything well that exposed the deficiencies of the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals do mostly everything well that the Washington Commanders have at a deficiency. The Washington Commanders defense is terrible. Their secondary is awful. This team, even without Trey McBride's got a slew of weapons. Greg Dortch, Michael Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., James Conner. This offensive line is more than stout. Hopefully Kelvin Beachum looks like he's going to be a game-time decision. Will go. But this team better rally around Kyler Murray and help him open a can of whoop-ass on Kliff Kingsbury. Help him pull the pants down on Kliff Kingsbury. And they're going to. Because there is not a more severe coaching discrepancy between the offensive coordinator of the Washington Commanders, Kliff Kingsbury, and the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, and Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon has real leadership. There is commitment. There is a standard to hold yourself to a better standard than you were in the NFL under Jonathan Gannon. He holds a high standard. He has leadership, there is discipline, there is accountability. There is none of that with Kliff Kingsbury. Jonathan Gannon is licking his chops to expose the college-style, dink and dunk, passes behind the line of scrimmage on 3rd and long offense that Kliff Kingsbury will be deploying on Sunday. And more than any of that, Kyler Murray was on this Arizona Cardinals team last year where JG wanted to set a narrative straight as well. Jonathan Gannon, the defensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles, was going into Lincoln Financial Field and needed the support and the troops to rally around, including Kyler Murray, around Jonathan Gannon. And to go in there and stomp the lights out of the Philadelphia Eagles with a depleted roster. The Eagles had all these players: Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, DeAndre Swift, Jalen Hurts, multiple guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they rallied around Jonathan Gannon and helped beat the Philadelphia Eagles. That cannot be overstated. They rallied around JG. And make no mistake about it, if you don't think NFL players circle games on the calendar like Kyler Murray is doing with the Washington Commanders and Kliff Kingsbury, you are sadly mistaken, my friend. You are sadly mistaken. Jonathan Gannon, force of habit. Jonathan Gannon knows how big this game is to Kyler Murray, even if he won't say it. Kyler Murray knows how big this game is for him internally, even though he won't say it. This entire organization and team knows how important this game is, even though no one will say it. They understand it. They know it. They understand the assignment. They're going to rally around Kyler Murray and use every strength that they have against the Washington Commanders' deficiencies. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to have a day. If you have him in fantasy, you better be starting him. Kyler Murray as well. This is more than just a game. This is a chance. This is a chance to pull the pants down on Kliff Kingsbury's offense in front of a national audience. To show to everyone, no, the Arizona Cardinals succeeded with Kyler Murray at quarterback despite Kliff Kingsbury, not because of Kliff Kingsbury. And just like Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals roster last year rallied around Jonathan Gannon going into Philly and wanting to show to everyone he was one of the big brains behind that operation, not Nick Sirianni, they did so, and they beat the tar out of the Eagles. And pretty much ended their season right then and there. The Eagles never recovered. This is a chance for Jonathan Gannon to do the same thing for Kyler Murray. All the narratives, all the nonsense, all the ridiculousness that has been surrounding around Kyler Murray, the unfairness to his name and to his play and to, at times, his maturity, even now, is because of the past regime's shortcomings and helping out Kyler Murray. I am so jacked up. I am so fired up because the entire Arizona Cardinals organization knows this. And it's a big game as well. It's a huge game. This is implications for the playoffs down the road. The Arizona Cardinals, if they go 2-2 like I mentioned last week, that was always the scenario. Just go 2-2. You can see the playoffs from here. But with the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers coming up, even though both those teams kind of hobbled right now, you do not want to go into those games 1-3. You want to continue to add excitement to this season. For all those reasons. Because you want to get to 2-2. Because you want to be able to see the playoffs after this week and tell yourself you have a real chance to do so. Because you want to back up your quarterback, rally the troops, and everyone give a pat on the back to Kyler and say, I got you, man, this weekend. And Jonathan Gannon as well. The Arizona Cardinals are going to destroy this team. It is not going to be a competitive game. It is going to be to the likes of a 42-10 blowout. I'm willing to put my whole career on this. I know how much this game means to this organization. I know how much this game means to Kyler Murray. He has taken way too much crap his way because of the past regime. And everyone knows it. And the deficiencies of that Washington Commanders defense, not only just the defensive line, not only the secondary, the linebackers as well. They don't do anything well defensively. And with the fact that the Cardinals' defense has been better, not worse than we thought, it's going to be easier to rattle a rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels under a cookie-cutter offense with Kliff Kingsbury than it will be to rattle a Kyler Murray behind a stout offensive line. Now, we hope Kelvin Beachum can go, but even last week, Jackson Barton played. It just feels like this team will figure it out. Aiden Hutchinson, pretty much a non-factor. But I'm jacked up for this game. I have all the belief in the world in this team, and I 1,000% believe, and I am from the future at this point, that the Arizona Cardinals are going to dominate this game. Even without Trey McBride. This game could be played with just Kyler Murray and lawn deck chairs for weapons, and I would still take Kyler Murray to beat Kliff Kingsbury and the Washington Commanders and pull the pants down on him on national TV to show everyone in the NFL landscape, the media, the fans, this was the guy who caused the Cardinals so much grief, not Kyler Murray. And everyone's going to see that, and I'm excited for it. And I will try to be more professional on my next podcast talking about the preview to the next Cardinals game. But sometimes the fandom comes out. I'm an Arizona Cardinal fan, even though I work here at Fox Sports 910 here in Phoenix. Sometimes it's hard for me to be impartial when it comes to this stuff because it is not just a narrative game. What I believe, this is going to be a real legacy game for Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. And I believe they're going to destroy this Commanders team. Let's call it 35-10. And full-blown pedal-to-the-metal beatdown of the Washington Commanders, courtesy of Jonathan Gannon, the Arizona Cardinals, and most importantly, Kyler Murray.